Where my girls at?
Taking the spicy note, keep it locked in.
Where my girls at?
Keep on watching while the beat keep knocking.
Where my girls at?
You love the flow, it's the ladies' show.
Where my girls at? Yeah. Where my girls at?
Everybody please like, share, comment, and subscribe. DJ Akademiks is stirring up controversy with a bold claim on a recent live stream alleging that Drake played a role in helping NBA star Labron James cheat on his wife, Savannah. While Akademiks didn't provide concrete evidence, his comments reignited speculation about LeBron's private life. Social media reacted swiftly. The fans divided. Some dismissed the allegations as baseless gossip. Others demanded accountability. LeBron, known for his family-focused image, has yet to respond to the claims. The story underscores the collision of sports, music, and media. And is Drake trolling everybody at this point?
What does he do? Is he bored? Like
I know, right?
Like,
Just
how
play
does this go
music.
together? Yeah.
But how did this even come to be? Academics got the word that Drake
He just
cheated.
annoys me.
That-
Oh my gosh.
that-
God.
I mean, look, whatever with academics, but I'm just saying this is where it came from, right? Academics is saying that Drake helped LeBron cheat. I really feel like academics be grasping at straws. He's like needs something to talk about.
Yep.
So it's like, let me throw Drake into the because like if LeBron cheated on his wife, okay, LeBron cheated on his wife. What has Drake got to do with that? He just knows that that is going to trend. And so that's why he's going to throw that out there. Like he is the king troller out there.
Yes.
But you know what? It's not a new thing. Because there are people in the media that have been gotten paid from somebody else to drive a certain narrative. Now, I don't know. Now, look, I'm not saying that Drake did it. I'm not saying that he did. But what I am saying is that, is it possible that Drake may have, gave academics some funds, to bring this issue up? It's been done before in media. So I'm just like, because at the end of the day, Drake, you have a tattoo of LeBron on your arm, which is weird to me.
What he does?
He do?
Yeah.
It's weird to most people who have testosterone, basically. Actually, some women as well, but I think it's pretty weird. I know somebody who has Drake's lyrics like tattooed all over him because he's such a stan of Drake. And I think that's weird. So to have a picture of him on your body, that's very weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe there's an angle right there.
I guess so, right? That's it.
Supposedly, Drake is upset with LeBron James for taking Kendrick Lamar's side in the beef. And so this is what this is stemming from.
She's like, oh.
I couldn't cry.
This is what this is stemming from, to wherein Drake now is upset with that. So now he's putting out this type of stuff about LeBron, perhaps, through academics. But it is reported that he's definitely mad with LeBron. We don't know about that.
So basically it's pretty clear that academics really will do anything to troll people, like to put, because didn't he just do the same thing with Ray J with the whole, don't release it, don't put it on camera, don't do that. Like he'll do it for a price. So why is anybody even taking this man serious at this point? It's like he is the worst of them all.
That's crazy.
He's like a male Wendy Williams.
Right.
Literally.
Why is he only mad at LeBron? I'm sure he's not the only public figure who is choosing Kendrick. I'm confused.
I guess because they were good friends, and he's invited LeBron to his house and his family, and his LeBron's family has invited Drake to their house, and LeBron is so they're supposedly tight as friends, but but Drake has been lashing out since this thing with.
Feel like a crybaby. Grow up.
Right. Exactly.
He been lashing out for real.
Play some music. We want to hear some music. We don't care nothing about what you mad about. Put it in the song.
Exactly.
That part.
Yeah, like come
That
on.
part.
You make a song in forever. You sitting here butthurt over what he did and said.
Right.
Do something about it.
Only thing I could think of is he doesn't think his music is that good anymore, maybe. That's
But
why
that's
he's going the
sad.
trolling
I'm
route.
still wanting to dance to your music, boy. Shut up and put out the music.
Exactly, because
Don't
we
care
still
nothing
gonna
about what
buy
you talking
it. Yeah, after everything with Kendrick Lamar, we're still gonna buy another Drake album. Like, what is the problem? Just
I don't
release
see it.
another album. You want to put a couple of disses on there, do that. But all this
Thank you.
trolling stuff is so juvenile, even for him.
Now let me say this. I defended Drake for a long time. Now look, when Drake first dropped, I was always a hardcore hip hop fan with gangster music. That was my thing. However, when Drake first dropped, all of my friends was saying, "Oh, he moist, he's soft." And I defended Drake all that time. I said, "Yo, regardless of whether or not you like his music or whether you think it's soft or not, the dude sells records. You can't deny that."
Right. I was them too.
And so this has been 10 years just about he been on top of the game like this. But you know what I noticed? When you on top for that long, maybe, he just can't take, one loss.
Mm-hmm.
It's like once you're always on top, you got to keep outdoing yourself. And at some point, how do you keep outdoing yourself? Like, I mean, he's
the
done
thing-
a lot of stuff. So, yeah, maybe he's reached his plateau. You know what I mean? So
I
now
think that's
he's,
what they're trying to say is that he's been the reason for him making so many transitions in music and all of this stuff is because he's been copying people. So now everybody is getting hip to him copying people and mimicking their flow, mimicking their style, mimicking their, whole thing that they do. And he takes it and flips it and turn it into Drake. So now it's like, who are you going to mimic now? Now we're going to look for, that's probably what he's trying to say. You're going to look for who I'm going to mimic, because they were saying that when he was doing his dance album, whatever it's called, the with the Caribbean songs and all of that stuff, then he did another album with all the singing and all that, so it's like they were saying that he was mimicking Popcorn from, Jamaica and all these other artists that he was like piggybacking off of a little bit, up and coming artists that he was piggybacking off of. So, I mean, I can get it, but at the end of the day, you already been doing it. So,
Oh, well.
right.
I don't know, man. Yo, some people be stealing out here and trying to call it original. And anybody could steal, not just some of these guys that's on the way up. These guys that you hand your CD to, your situation to, they will try to steal your ish if your ish ain't covered in a certain type of way. Amanda, how do you feel about this?
The same. I think Drake is pretty much a crime. Like, when you're up top like that, you can't complain once like things don't go your way. I feel like that's very childish. Just come up with a different way to stay on top. That's it. You gotta, do what you gotta do.
Yep.
Being a brat.
Cut
it out, Jimmy.
Together, all your hot songs, make a deluxe album, make a something. If you feel like you don't want to put something else out, collab all your songs, do a little remix, do a little 25th anniversary, a 10th anniversary, a 5th I don't give a no. I don't know.
Wait, Ty, where did this name Jimmy come from? I heard you say it before, and I was like,
from Degrassi.
That's for Degrassi fans.
Jimmy
He
Brooks.
look like a Jimmy too in a wheelchair.
He know when he hears this. Cut it out for Jimmy.
Little Kim faces backlash after she called for a monsoon to combat Los Angeles fires. Lil Kim is facing backlash following her commentary surrounding the LA fires. On Tuesday, January 14th, the rapper posted on X her prayers for those affected by the devastating fires through Los Angeles. Quote, been sending strong prayers for LA and everybody affected by the fires. She goes on to write, this is heartbreaking. I pray to Jesus that God make I pray to Jesus that God make a monsoon in LA. Many fans online seemed shocked and bewildered by her post asking for another natural disaster. Gurus, apparently Lil Kim doesn't know what a monsoon is.
I was about to say, what is that? Like, is that water? Is that like
Yeah, it's like it would be as
like a
devastating as
tsunami?
the fire is, but water. But like in water.
Right.
Yeah. It's like a flow of water, another natural disaster that would happen by climate change and all that stuff. But I really feel like the fans are being way too harsh on Little Kim. What she meant really was for the water to rain down on the fires and take them out. But to everything and people just be dissecting everything that a star says.
Everyone's very emotional right now. Exactly. Like,
right.
I mean,
it's not the right time for it.
Right.
Yeah, it's not the right time for it, but it's like, come on, like we know what she meant. She says she's devastated by it. She obviously doesn't want another natural disaster on top of a natural disaster. She was just thinking of it in a way like, well, that would be helpful if we had like a monsoon to take out all the fires.
Right. That's it.
You should have said waterfall or something.
Right.
Yeah. All these lyrics she be putting out, she didn't know what a monsoon was.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think people way too hard on poor Little Kim. They need to leave her alone. She got enough stuff going on.
For real.
Well,
that's my girl.
This is the only thing she get a pass on.
Right, for real. She doesn't be bothering nobody. She just be doing her little dance, and that's it. Leave her alone.
Let the queen be blessed.
Right.
Leave her
Let
alone.
the queen be.
Right.
Too.
Right.
Yo, I had to look at the article like twice. I'm like, what?
I'm like, monsoon, ain't that water like a water disaster? Like,
yeah, to be exact, I had to, a monsoon is a shift in winds that often cause a very rainy season or a very dry season.
Oh.
I didn't know about the dry part.
It's a season of heavy rain, the wind that brings rain, or heavy rain that falls during the summer, hot Asian countries.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, because that is where you usually hear those
So
kind of
look,
places have them.
So look, we barely knew what a monsoon was, and now we're expecting Little Kim to know what a monsoon is. You know what I mean? Like,
bless y'all.
We had to look it up.
Blessings.
Like, leave the lady alone.
Right.
Exactly. We apologize for her. Like, everybody's
alone.
super emotional, especially on social media. You can't say nothing.
Exactly.
You probably can't even really say fire right now. But
girl, she should have just said praying for y'all.
Right.
That's it.
Yo, you really can't say fire though.
You really can't.
I mean,
you can't.
Yo, when you think about it, I was thinking about that. I mean, under the situation, I mean, those people lost everything.
Yeah.
People work all their life for a house.
That's sad. That's sad. People have been living here for all their lives. 75 years, 80 years. They're like, what?
Yeah.
God damn.
There was an influencer that was and not only that, if you think about it too, people that was near the fire, the breathing, all of that stuff that, people that had asthma or whatever the case.
Yeah.
Somebody got upset on social media because there was an influencer that put up, what are those air humidifier things?
Oh, that was Drea, wasn't it? That was Drea.
I think it was.
Oh boy.
That was Drea.
They just can't stay out of the news.
While the wildfires are going on, we just want to We just want to keep our house nice and fresh and clean. And if you check the code in the bio, you can do the same for your family as
Oh
well.
my God. That is cringy.
Yo, she
Girl.
caught a lot of backlash for
She
that.
did. Put a
Now
lot.
that's different than the monsoon. That's a little cringy, girl.
That's why I'm
Come on.
like, really,
Come
girl?
on. Yeah,
Yeah,
come
it's for
on.
the ones that's not affected, but they're like air is. Like, come
Yeah.
on, guys. I'm still
Yeah.
trying to get y'all, like safe.
I can't. Yeah,
Girl.
that
Outrageous.
no ma'am.
Outrageous. Allison Holker is in the news, gurus. Allison Holker, widow of Stephen Switch. Is that how you say his name? Stephen or Stephen?
Steven. It's
Steven,
Steven.
Twitch.
Okay, Allison Holker, widow of Stephen Twitch Boss, is falling under heavy criticism for writing a book about her late husband's drug abuse. While promoting the book, she talked about how while looking through his things, she found a lot of drugs that she claimed she didn't know about. Friends that knew two of them are calling foul. So, gurus, do you think Allison Holker is out here talking about her late husband, Stefan Twitch Boss's drug abuse to sell books? If not, why do y'all think she put the drug abuse topic out there to begin with?
He did not. I don't think.
I don't think he did no drugs neither.
No, I don't think she put that out. Like, I don't know if she say she found it, but I don't think she put that out for any ill matter at all. I mean, I've been like following it since, so I don't get that impression. I mean, of course, I don't know them personally. I just don't think like what she actually gaining from that. She's sharing whatever her truth is, what she's finding during this process. I don't see how she's using this for any personal gain. Like, why would she want the world to know that? Why? What would be the point?
She's the one that told the world, so
Right. To give
No,
it
I mean
yeah, I mean,
to tarnish him is what I mean. They're saying that she's putting it out to make money and
but
tarnish
that's
him. Why would she be doing that?
But that's my point. Like, why bring that out then? She's the one who said it. Like, I'm not saying that she's doing it to put a, bad light on him. But if she was the one who came forward and said this, you know what I mean? Why would you feel the need to do that? The man has passed on at this point, and obviously we already knew he had some mental issues because he killed himself. Like someone with suicidal tendencies has effects in their mental state, obviously. So it could be drug induced, or it could be just pure depression. But at the end of the day, if she found something in his room, wherever she found it or whatever, showing paraphernalia, whatever, why did she bring that forward? Like, why, just to, like, I'm thinking as a wife, why would I want that to be part of his legacy when he had such a good legacy to begin with? Like, everybody beloved him.
I think it's kind of both. I'm thinking more so how many people probably come up to her and be like, "Oh, you didn't know? How did you not know, what was going on with your husband?" So I think it's kind of her putting her perspective, or how, she saw it, or how it happened, to let other people know, and like not to put his business out there, but maybe to like show other people that like this could be happening in your home and you don't even know, kind of like I don't know, not really educational, but just like to give other people I guess perspective on people with suicidal
It sounds like,
Yeah, I can see
go
that.
ahead.
I can see that. It's just that I feel like how she brought it up was also the problem. Like,
And she got a man.
Already.
yeah,
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 stop playing. Cause I was waiting for y'all to just finish y'all think piece. I was waiting.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I
yeah.
mean,
Not
I
like
don't think her having a man has anything to do with it, but I just feel like, even piggybacking off of what Amanda said, like, say it is what you're saying, and people are coming up to her and, how did you not know? Then this is just her protecting herself. She's saying, well, this could happen to anybody.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I didn't know, but a lot of people have people in their family that are on drugs. They never know that they were on drugs, and they never knew this. Like, I mean, she's protecting herself, but at the end of the day, she should have never been blamed for it anyway. What he did is not her fault, regardless of what, I mean, we don't know what might have led him to that. She's got a boyfriend already. Maybe she had a boyfriend all along.
She
You know what
did.
I mean? And maybe that was part
Don't do
of
that.
the issues between them. I'm not being controversial or starting no rumors. I'm just saying there's
No, I agree.
possibility like there was
Mhm.
issues in the marriage to begin with.
I agree with Macy. I think it was totally selfish of her to. There's no. It wasn't to benefit him in any
I
way,
would
or
say
to
so. I
benefit
would
her.
use that word selfish. I would say so.
But see, my point in all of this is maybe there's something out there's a suspicion out there, and maybe she's trying to knock that suspicion down, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that looked at the situation that said, and I don't know how she probably thought this, but again, like somebody just said, it was like somebody said that they thought it was her fault. And I'm
Oh,
saying,
so why would they think that? I wouldn't. I don't think
yeah,
it's
like,
her fault. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not saying all of that now. I don't think that's her fault, but I definitely feel like
I don't
why
think
would
there's.
she
anybody
come
thinks it
out
was
with
her
that
fault.
then?
I don't know,
But that's
Listen,
that's
I
that's what's
disagree
so
with
weird
everything.
about the whole thing.
and
I
that's
think
how I
people were
feel.
saying that
That's
right.
how I feel
I
because
think people
yeah. Go ahead. Go
go ahead,
ahead.
Deb. No, you go, Deb.
No, basically what I was saying was that I think that in hindsight of everything that's going on, right? Because y'all know I like to be conspiracy theory junior. I feel like somebody did something to him. They trying to cover it up. I don't think he killed himself. I let me just say I don't know. You know what I mean? That's just my perspective. I don't think he did. But let's say that's what happens. People go off on a deep end. And that's another thing too. Like we always know that there's a story for everything in the world, right? So it's like, oh, it's so easy to say, oh yeah, people kill themselves, mental problems, yeah. And it's so easy to tuck it away and say, oh, that's what was, and because we know that this is a thing, we're just gonna be like, oh, that's what it was. Oh yeah, and not to think too much of it, and then all of a sudden, let me now come out and say, oh, he was on drugs and stuff like that to really give y'all something to think about to say, well, he had mental issues and then he was on drugs too. So that definitely could be it, why he killed himself. And then this, that, and I
Don't
didn't.
you love that man? No, you love that man. Why would
No,
you put
Yeah,
that out about that man?
I just feel like if that even is the case, like, and oh, like, why is bringing up that he was on drugs makes it any easier
right,
or any better for you?
right.
You know what I mean? Like, him being on drugs still does not negate, him killing himself, or like, there are people who are on drugs that never kill themselves. There are people
Yeah.
that are severely depressed that never kill themselves. Like, you're adding something on to the component, like, all right, so he killed himself, or so we think he killed himself, right? And so you're adding on the drug issue,
Mm-hmm.
which never had to be part of the equation. Like, people do unalive, as they say themselves, you know, without having a drug problem or without having marital issues. He could be bipolar, always been bipolar, and just had an episode. I mean, things happen. So my whole point is that if he really had a drug problem, her bringing that to the forefront only adds to the confusion and adds to the questions, because now people are saying, how did you not know? Like,
Mm-hmm.
whereas you never even had to say any of this stuff. People could have
Mm-hmm.
just been like, he was depressed, he had some things going on, and she's trying to, like, take herself out of the equation. He could have been on drugs because of you too. Like, still, like,
And not
I
only
just
that,
feel like
there were her and his friends really condemned her statements about this. Like on social media, they were very upset that she brought that up.
Yeah.
And not only that, I mean, okay, so everybody was basically questioning whether or not this man was happy. Is that what this was? People were questioning whether or not he was happy,
I don't
Like
know.
in life or his marriage.
happy in his marriage or whatever.
I mean, I
probably
think when
wasn't
all
happy
of
in his
this
life.
happened, you look at him like this person who was a light to everybody wasn't
Yeah.
happy in general. So I don't think it's about her. I don't think that she came out with this for any malicious intent at all. This is a part of her grieving process. If she didn't know, she's finding out during her process. She's putting it out to the world. They were a public figure. She has every right to put that out. It could be healing for her, healing for everybody else. If of course people ain't gonna like it, especially if they didn't know just like she didn't. But listen, she's a public figure. Her putting this out is also hurting her. So to put it out for malicious intent or to damper his legacy, I don't understand that point. Like his legacy is his legacy. If he was doing this entire time and hiding it however he was, that's what it is. This and that cannot damper his legacy at all.
Just going back so people understand what happened and how they got together. She was a dancer. She's from Alabama, right? She's a dancer, and she went to the show called "So You Want to Dance."
Sing with the Stars.
So you
Yeah.
think
You think you can dance?
So you think you can dance? He also was a dancer, and he finished second in the second season, I believe, right?
Think so.
Or the first season or something. So
I can't remember all the details.
they
like
met
that.
on the set of "So You Think You Could Dance,"
Yeah.
and so that's how, for everybody listening, that's how they got together.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, it's tragic what happened to this man, and I find it to be off that she would put out that type of stuff about him, especially if she claimed that she loved this man, and if you love this man, you care about his legacy and you want to protect that. I don't know where or what she's thinking. Maybe this is just the way she grieves. Maybe she's in a state of confusion also, and maybe she wasn't even ready to really put out this thing. But to put out a book and to mention it while you have a book coming out is definitely confusing to people. You know.
I bet you they still
It's
gonna
just
read it
shady.
though. Just to talk about it. If y'all don't like it, don't read it. People gonna
She
read it.
knows they're gonna read it. She
I'll
had
read
to
it to
throw up
block
some
her.
controversy.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, oh well. She's still gonna live her life.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Glorilla claps back at BBL rumors. The quote love here unquote rapper recently posted a series of selfies on Instagram, showcasing her curvier figure, sparking comments from fans. One follower remarked, "Glow, you're getting thicker than me now," while another wrote, "Oh, you thick. Get 'em, Glow." In response to the growing BBL rumors, Glorilla took to X to address the speculation, "Y'all pushing the BBL allegation on me again, as they should. I'm doing something right," she tweeted. "Gurus, did Glow get a BBL?"
Hope not.
I don't think so.
They look natural in those pictures, but you gotta look at her face too. She's filled out on her face, so it looks
Yeah, and she got a little
natural.
tummy, so
Mm-hmm.
it's
Oh,
just
I
like
didn't notice that. Okay.
And she don't really look like she got a BBL. She just looked just a little bit thicker than she
yeah.
was. And she shows that she be in the gym and she be working on her glutes. So, I mean, the things that I've seen her working on is mostly legs, glutes, and core. So,
That'll do it.
that's expected. It's not gotten to BBL size. So I think that's kind of ridiculous. She did get her boobs done, though. I'm pretty
Right.
sure she
Yeah,
did get
got
that
her
done.
boobs done.
Yeah, she
She
did.
did.
And
Mhm.
that's why she looks curvier. You get your boobs done, you have a smaller waist, you bulk up your booty a little bit. Like, I think
It
she's
looks
just
good.
doing the right thing. She got the right trainers around.
Hmm. It looks good. So
But
I
people
don't think
can
so.
put on weight through them shakes, right? You know those shakes that they have that
The
you put,
protein shake.
yeah.
Protein shake?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you can.
Yeah.
They
You
they
can
don't
put on
really
some weight.
necessarily have to be in the gym, right?
Nah, they would.
Yeah,
They
but if
You
you
don't
just
have
drink the
to.
protein shakes, your weight is not going to be
right.
that all of that nice. She's toned. I mean, she has
Yeah.
a little belly. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but I
Glow is
mean, she
tall
also
too?
showed,
No, she's toned.
No,
She made
Oh,
toned.
toned.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah, you got to
But
work
she
out
also
too.
shows herself working out. She
Mm-hmm.
shows
Right.
her workouts and stuff.
Hmm.
So, I mean, we know she's in the gym too. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's big enough for anybody to even speculate BBL. Like, if any woman gets the big booty, listen, every time I lose weight, my butt goes away. Every time I gain weight, it comes back like threefold.
Hmm.
Like, so This is what happens. You start eating, you start gaining weight in places that you hope to gain weight. Well,
You know
most
what the
people,
problem
not me.
is? The problem is it's expected of these female rap artists
Yep.
to go get a
Yep.
BBL.
Mhm.
And it's expected like a rapper wears a gold chain for a
Yeah,
female artist to go get a BBL.
that's very true.
Well, I mean, it's also if it's so expected of, then why would she hide it if she did it? Like she wouldn't be
Yeah.
ashamed of it. Everybody else is doing it, so why not me? But if she's saying she's not doing it, then maybe that's just it. She's not doing it, and that's why she's not saying she did it because she didn't do it. You know.
Right.
Have you guys remember? I don't know if you remember the footage of 6ix9ine being beat up in LA Fitness
Yeah, I do.
about a year ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right? Remember he was
Right.
beat up which was a weird kind of beat down, but he was beat up in the bathroom. And supposedly right now he is suing LA Fitness because they didn't protect him in that incident.
Drake Jr., him and Drake should partner up.
right. Because what were they supposed to do?
They
Send out
both
the
petty.
LA Fitness security guards? What were they
Like,
supposed to do?
there's not supposed to be fighting at the gym. Like, what?
First of all, if you're the celebrity, you have an entourage
Exactly.
of
Right.
bodyguards. What were your bodyguards doing?
Exactly.
Like,
Sue your
why are
people.
you putting it on LA Fitness?
Dismiss this case immediately before it even hit the desk. Like, what?
Bye.
Yeah.
Gosh, I haven't heard his name in so long. He needs to
Right.
get like
Ugh.
What is it? What did he
Well,
say?
that's
Like,
the point.
Get the blicky. Get the blicky. Is
Yeah.
that what he said?
The point is we haven't heard him in so long, and who knows if funds are coming in the way they used to.
They're not,
boy.
Sure,
obviously,
they're not.
because then he would have had his own bodyguards.
Okay.
Not only that, like, he's got a very expensive girlfriend. So,
Is he still with her?
he's spending
I thought he
money.
wasn't with her.
No, but I think the other girl, the other one that he was with after her, I think, whatever.
Right.
He just likes to spend a lot of money on the chicks.
Right.
Yeah. Like whoever it is.
Well,
Right.
do
But
yourself.
it seems like in this business, when you're making money, you're making money. But if you're not making money, it is very difficult to get that money trend again. It's like when you hot, it's almost like you got to take advantage of it. But when you not, you really, really slow down.
Like his songs aren't in rotation the way that they were, so he's probably not making, money now. So he's looking for different avenues.
Well, at least he's not in competition with his significant other. I mean, recently Cardi B took to Instagram and talked about how Offset was in competition with her, and his mother and him got together and robbed her.
I ain't listening after you and your mama robbed me. Yeah, you and your mom robbed me. Cold. Wipe my nose.
A motherfucker want me to go on social media to crash out so I could look crazy so that they could look like they don't bother. That was always their plan. That's why I've been quiet. But you're gonna stop with me and you're gonna sign these divorce papers. Chaz.
Oh my God.
I just can't. Like,
Yeah, I mean, she literally she went
Everybody is
on
like,
live
what do you
and
want us to do with this information? What do
Yeah,
you want
like
us to do with this information?
oh my God, the that I could give.
Right, like,
I'm sorry. I'm
what
sorry.
us to do with this information?
Like
okay.
what? Okay, but like it's like you want pity from a girl. You did this, like you broke up with him and got back together with him like 6 times. You want us to like look at you and be like, you know who you married. We didn't know. All we could do is give you an opinion of, and who can. Half the time you don't care what our opinion is anyway. So
She's
Right.
here.
and I love me some Cardi. I love Cardi.
Right.
I love
at the
her.
end of the day, there was a lot of people that was telling her not to marry him.
Yeah, of course
Yeah,
they were,
for
because
sure.
they know his character or they can see the type of person that he is, and he do look like
Right.
a petty person. So, You know, hey, ain't he a Sagittarius, man? Yikes.
Oh yeah, they are
She's an
special.
eight Sagittarius.
Coming from a
That's her
coming
thing.
from a Sag
Like,
woman, they are special.
see the mm-mm.
Well, who knows? Maybe she preparing for a lawsuit.
Yeah,
$3
do whatever you
million
want to
a
do, girl.
month is real. When you
Hmm.
spending $3 million a month,
3 million.
Hello,
Yikes.
hello.
I can't even wrap my head around this.
Yeah.
Me
Like,
either.
Whoa.
Not at all.
what I would do with 3 million a month.
A
I
month?
wouldn't even want to spend 3 million a month. I'm doing
I never would.
way too much for 3 million a month.
No, but that's
Exactly.
my
Get back
point.
in
If I go
Buckingham.
to the slot machines
Exactly.
but if I go to the slot machines at the casino, I spend $20 and I lose that in like minutes.
I'm
I'm
done.
mad for the rest of
Yeah, me too.
yeah, I'm mad
Yep.
at
$20 too
everybody.
much.
So all I keep thinking about is what I could have spent that $20 on, and I just blew it on this BS, you know? So it's
Exactly.
like, so when you hear people
$3
having
million.
$3
Ain't
million
no way.
worth of expenses in a month,
Like,
I also was on a
why?
private jet everywhere I
How?
went. Ain't no way I'm spending 3 million a month.
Are you
What?
kidding?
that's
Mm-mm.
Like
It's not
everywhere I
insanity.
possible.
literally wouldn't had to be on a private jet.
Exactly. It's not possible.
Like how? How do you even
That's
do that? You're buying cars? Like shopping don't even do
What are
that.
you
How you do
doing?
that?
Like, what countries are you buying? What are you
That's what
doing?
I'm right. Like,
What are you doing?
who are you not? Who do you owe? You
mhm.
owe.
speaking of money,
Oh
orthopedic
boy.
surgeon Dr. Emmanuel Manny Hostin and his practice Hostin's Orthopedics and Sports Medicine were named among more than 180 defendants in a major RICO case filed in New York last month. According to the Daily Mail, Hostin and the other defendants were allegedly receiving kickbacks for performing surgeries and fraudulently billing the insurance company that provided for Uber and Lyft drivers, as well as taxi companies. The lawsuit alleges Hostins was given an investment interest in the Empire State Ambulatory Surgery Center while receiving a steady stream of patient referrals in return. Hostin's attorney told the Daily Mail his client denies all allegations and called the filing a blanket, scattershot, meritless lawsuit by a near bankrupt insurance carrier. Gurus, how big is this case?
What is happening?
Okay.
What?
This
This is
might put
crazy.
him if he did
Yeah,
this,
it's a RICO case. That means it's very serious.
Mm-hmm.
if he this could put him away for life.
Like, why? I just want to know why.
But I don't get it. He was helping out Uber. Wait, what was
Yeah,
it?
it says that he was it says that he was performing surgeries and fraudulently billing the insurance companies that provide for Uber, Lyft, as well as taxi companies. So it's like that do sound like a RICO.
Oh, absolutely.
That's definitely giving RICO.
Yeah, I mean,
Why?
and they're basically saying that he was robbing insurance companies,
That's basically what
and
he's doing.
he was like, when you give patients surgeries that they don't need,
Hmm.
when
That's
you start,
crazy.
That is
That is
crazy.
crazy. You're telling me I need a colonoscopy and I don't need that right now?
Right.
You gotta shoot that up my booty tooth.
Right.
I don't need that right now. You put me through all that pain and I ain't even need it yet.
Oh,
Oh
that's
hell.
insane.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
Debbie.
performing
Mental issue.
surgeries.
That's a new mental issue.
That's
At
what I'm
all.
saying. Like
Yeah.
what?
Mm-mm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Like where's
Well, did you hear about there was like a doctor that was like this story on Netflix where he was performing surgeries, like telling these patients that he was fixing them, but literally putting like plastic parts into these people
what?
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 started to rot into their body and stuff. Like he was
Ew.
trying to create, it was supposed to be the stem cells were supposed to attach to it,
Oh
but it
no.
wound up being like actual plastic parts or
Oh
whatever.
my
And I
Mm-mm.
mean,
goodness.
the documentary was just crazy.
That's
And this man's
insane.
telling him like, oh yeah, now you're gonna be good. These people were getting slowly worse. They
Wow.
died. Or I mean, the only
Mm.
ones that didn't die were the ones who had it reversed quick enough once they start. Like the whole thing was
Wow.
just so crazy. called, I think it's called like bad surgeon or something. So
Mm-mm.
crazy.
I mean, this is
So
some serious, and not only now he's one that got caught. Now you start to think how many other people is doing something similar to this.
Right.
Well, they
yeah.
said he was one of 160 people. So, like, this is a big operation.
180
Yeah.
defendants. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. He was named among more than 180 defendants.
And
Wow.
you know they sing it.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow. That's crazy. You got to pay mad bread and do jail time.
You
Exactly.
can hear the melody in the background.
Yeah,
man.
everyone's going to be talking. What?
I don't know what gives people the calculations to do something like this and think that they'll never get caught. Like I would
Exactly.
think if I did something so heinous and so crazy, I'm definitely gonna get caught if I
Yeah,
try to
like,
do this.
I'm
Like
going to go for a year and that's it. Like,
Exactly.
what you
But
talking about?
I could not even think of doing that. Like I would be so beside myself. Like
Yeah.
exactly.
what?
Oh
That's
well.
crazy.
Right.
I'm telling you,
Insane.
these people, these insurance companies, you got insurance companies leaving the states. You got people fraudulently charging the insurance companies. And then you got the regular people who's victim to all of this stuff.
Mhm.
You know, people can't even have a home now without the
Yeah.
insurance company saying, oh, we can't fix that.
The
Mhm.
wildfires, they were trying to talk about something. They canceled
Yeah.
their policy during and
Yeah, they
right
backed
before.
out
Like,
on everybody's
what?
policies.
Yep.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened in the middle of the country when they was having those tornadoes and it tore up people's houses. And it
What
happened in
is the
Florida
government
too.
doing? But the government has to do something to stop these people from these insurance carriers from doing stuff like
Exactly.
this. How do you pay for your home to be protected from
I
fire
think
and you've
insurance,
been paying all along for every year on year, but now there's wildfires going on and you're like, and then the insurance companies could just arbitrarily be
yeah,
like, oh,
because
you
they're
know what, we're not
private. I
going to
think they're
cover them for
private
this.
companies. That's
Yeah,
why
they're not connected.
they're
That's
not.
why
They're
they get
private
away with it.
companies.
Mhm.
Sucks.
These insurance
There has to
companies
be
are
a way
private.
that the government can stop this predatory kind of thinking, like this is, or this
I'm
predatory
with you.
kind of acting.
I'm with
Like
you.
even
Mhm.
if they are independent, like and not government
Right.
funded, these people still should be stopped. Like they should
Yeah.
know that there is a penalty for something like
Right.
that, so
Right.
it doesn't happen. But that right now our government isn't set up that way, which is
Mhm.
crazy. This is actually
Mhm.
happening.
But
Mhm.
what happens is that you got people who don't want regulation.
Mhm.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, you know, you can't have it both ways. You can't say you want regulation here and you don't want it there. And then you can't say that I don't want regulation here. You know, it just doesn't work. So when people talk about, oh, when the big guys up there talk about, yo, we don't want regulation, that means
Mhm.
they really want to run roughshod all over people and
Yep.
back out of stuff and do whatever the heck they
Yeah.
want to do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So the government
absolutely.
does need to regulate some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's true. All right, in case you were busy or you just don't know what the hell is going on, this is the Lady Guru Show news for you. Wendy Williams' family starts GoFundMe to free her from conservatorship. Wendy Williams' family has taken to GoFundMe seeking $50,000 to fight for her release from court-ordered guardianship. The beloved former talk show host, 60, has been living under the guardianship since May 2022, with her family claiming it has left her isolated and unfairly labeled as incapacitated. Quote, for far too long, Wendy has faced the challenges of being unjustly placed under guardianship, unquote. The family wrote on the GoFundMe page titled Support Wendy Williams Fight for Independence. Quote, her current situation is not only unfair, but also deeply isolating, unquote.
Wait a minute. Wait. Didn't Wendy Williams just recently say that she's not incapacitated or something like that?
I
Yeah,
heard something.
yeah.
Is all of a sudden she's cured running around here talking
Well,
fine and everything.
She couldn't talk. They had her isolated because I listened to the her interview with the Breakfast Club. She couldn't do anything. They took her phones from her. I don't know how she had the phone to do the interview for this. They were like even setting up the interview. The lady that's a part of the Breakfast Club. Her name is Lauren. One of the new girls, and she's saying that she was on the actual phone with Wendy when she was trying to go up to see her, and they were like, who? We don't know what you're talking about. There's no Wendy Williams here. We don't know who that is. And she's on the phone with Wendy. She's on the phone. They're like, look, she's right here. Like, what do you mean you don't know what I'm talking about? She's right here telling me she here. How you telling me she ain't here?
Wow.
And you know who she is. I'm telling you. So basically, she's saying she's isolated in a room. She just has a window that she looks out of to look at some type of a building. She does not have her phone. I think she just was saying something like she got $15 to her name. She couldn't really say too much because, the conservatorship is still going and everything. So I guess the things that she really want to say may conflict her from getting the help that she may need in some way. I don't know. But when I was listening to it, it was like, dang, like she's really isolated. Like they don't have her talking to anyone. I don't know how she did all these interviews because she spoke to TMZ, she spoke to Don Lemon, she spoke to the Breakfast Club, and she spoke to, I think, somebody else. She spoke to like 4 different people. So I don't know how she did all of that in that space and time because I know the Breakfast Club was at least an hour. Don Lemon probably was like an hour too. So I don't know if this is something that she snuck and did. I don't know how she's doing it, but she's like, she don't even have her phone and she only got TV. And she's like, she don't even have like a nice TV or whatever like that. The TV that she has is like, like a basic TV type thing.
And what about weeks ago when she was out to go see her grand?
Yeah, with her son. No, it's her son.
She was talking normal and all of that.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. It was like how she had to beg for that. They didn't even want her to do that, and she had to beg for that. And when she was out, she said it felt so good to be around her family. She was like, I don't know if y'all saw, I even went out like to a little club, but it was a lounge that she had went to. And it was, you can see that she was having a good time. She's chatting it up with people. She was saying how they had, I guess, whoever was supposed to be helping her with her wheelchair had left her. And she started like, yelling and, being upset about that. And people were recording that. So I don't know.
Look, somebody is taking somebody for a damn fool around here.
Yeah, what is this? Like, what do they have her in?
Yeah, who's in charge of her conservatorship? Like who's
Sabrina, some lady named Sabrina something. I don't know her last name, but Sabrina, Sabrina, Sabrina. She's the one that's having her under the conservatorship. They even had pictures up. Charlemagne, everybody was saying like, if y'all could write her, whatever the case, or then they were like, no, never mind, don't write her. We'll put her name out there.
Look, when you got money, you gotta watch, because when you get older or something, or you get in a situation where you may not be able to do, man.
That's the thing, because they were asking Wendy, how did you even end up in this conservatorship? Like, how did this even happen to you? And she was like, Lauren, her niece, I forgot her niece's name. She's like, step in and, tell them what's going on. So that's when the niece was like, hey, she really can't say much with everything going on. We really can't say how she got into this position, but she's here and we're trying to get her out, Yeah. It's sad. It was really sad.
Very sad.
It was really
it's scary, actually. Like she has no control over her life. Like how crazy is that?
Even the guy from TMZ, I forgot his name, the owner of TMZ. He's like, look, she sounds 100% herself.
Yeah.
Wendy, I've been dealing with Wendy for some time. Wendy sounds fine. She sounds complete and coherent. She know what she's talking about. She sounds like we were talking like 10 years ago.
Sounds like a money grab to me, though, man.
Yeah, something's happening.
I think so.
All right.
And she said Diddy gonna go down.
Yeah, she was aware enough to say that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. She's like, he's going to jail. Well, in other news, flight attendant fired after posting twerking videos starts GoFundMe. A former Alaska Airlines flight attendant has taken to GoFundMe for support after losing her job. The dismissal came following the posting of a TikTok video where she was seen twerking aboard an empty plane. She claimed the airline accused her of violating its media policy. Quote, "I never thought a single moment would cost me everything," unquote. She describes her job as her dream, emphasizing her love for meeting people, traveling the world, and ensuing passengers' safety. However, the 27-second TikTok video brought unexpected scrutiny rather than the joy she had intended.
Now, what in the world, man? Like, if you're on your job, how you gonna be twerking on your job?
Well, like it said, if it was nobody on the plane, there's no one on the plane.
No.
I don't see.
But okay, so I
Right,
used
I
to
don't
be a
know.
flight attendant for
Okay.
an airline. When you apply, when you do the interview, well, when you do the application, they give you the social media policy and your appearance policy. So it states exactly what you can and can't post. It says, you know, not to have anything with company logos or anything, and also, you know, to act according to how the company would want you to act. So you twerking on a plane, whether it's empty or not, you already know what the company wants from you.
Yeah.
So
Come on. That was dumb.
You say you care about your job. If you care about your job, well, I ain't gonna do that.
She should have read the fine print. that was your dream job. You messed it up for yourself, girl.
Exactly.
I can't say
She could have, right? She could have still did that stuff, just not at her job on the plane in
Like,
any
why?
of her uniforms.
Wait until you land.
She could have did that and kept and still had her job, but because you
That's
chose to
sick.
do it at work is why you a dummy. Like,
TikTok got to save itself right now because it done went dark over the couple of past hours.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
12 hours.
So
It was
TikTok,
12 hours.
TikTok, yeah. So
that's
TikTok,
a whole. What is going? Why
back
people
up.
are
It's back
wilding
up
about
now.
this?
I know. I was like, y'all really need to cut it out. Y'all need something else.
Listen, I was one of them. I was. I ain't gonna hold you.
but
I was one of them.
people were
I was
just like,
I'm not gonna say I was crashing out, but my feelings was hurt. I was
people
hurt.
were crashing
I
out.
was hurt. Like I ain't cried, but I was hurt. Because for me, I just take it for the informative information that it gives. I don't care about the other shenanigans that they got up there. It's things that videos I've seen that has opened my eyes to, you know, those conspiracy. But nah, but not even only that, just even the manifestation, the meditations, I never knew anything about those things, you know what I mean? To make me feel or see a different way of life. And I thank you, TikTok.
Let me just say though,
well,
just to be accurate about this. Yo, under the Trump administration, he was the one that wanted to ban TikTok.
When I wanted to disable TikTok 3 years ago, I was met with opposition from rhinos, Democrats, and everyone else. They actually went to court in an effort to stop me.
We're looking at TikTok. We may be banning TikTok. We may be doing some other things. There are a couple of options, but a lot of things are happening. So we'll see what happens. But we are looking at a lot of alternatives with respect to TikTok.
We gave them until September 15th. After that, they got to close shop. Okay? That's TikTok.
We're looking at TikTok. We're thinking about making a decision. We're going to be watching the hearings today very closely because there's no question that what the big tech companies are doing is very bad.
TikTok is one thing that we're doing, and we just, I don't know, maybe I would have done that anyway. I don't know. It could have been affected by this.
Now, all of a sudden, before he gets into office, hey, I want to save TikTok.
So he can look like the king that everybody
exactly.
Go, Trump.
I said it once. I'll say it again. Republicans are unmatched at messaging. With the Democrats, they are just they drop every ball handed to them. Like they allowed this to happen. Joe Biden could have did that.
He surely
on his way out.
Talking about some.
I don't
know what to tell you. I'm gonna leave it to
and
Trump.
that would have been a win for Democrats. But because these, like, I swear to God, they're the dumbest. I can't. This
you know
government
what it is,
that
though?
is running us right now is just.
He's what it is Biden is trying to, and that's what really lost them the election. What lost them the election is being the adult in the room. Because see, what happens is Biden knows that TikTok is owned by the and the is stealing information from us. They're taking all of your information that you put on your
Taking
phone.
our information.
Huh?
They already taking our information.
Yeah.
American companies do the same thing too.
Like, so what's the
but
problem?
the fact that they're doing it, you know, could
Right.
cause somewhat of an issue.
Oh,
But
please.
so that's the reason why Biden wouldn't say that. But Trump don't give a damn. He'll say anything.
He don't. He'll say anything.
He don't care about nothing.
But it's like if that's true and the government is trying to protect us and our information from being sold to and all that stuff, then they would ban Temu, they would ban Sheen, they would ban, like there's all these other
AliExpress,
companies that
Alibaba.
actually
Exactly.
right that are based or I don't know out in that area or whatever based, and they have our actual financial information because they charge our cards on for the stuff. So there's nothing being done about that. They want they want us to believe that they're trying to protect us, but they're not trying to protect us in that way. And like, well, then what are you trying to protect
we ain't
us
gonna
from?
be ordering
They're
from
trying
them in a few anyway, because remember, he trying to put them tariffs up. So you thinking you gonna buy you $100 weave or $100 shirt, you gonna be paying $1,200 for that.
Everything is upside down right now.
Yes. Yeah. I mean,
Beyond
look,
upside down.
Disinformation is on an all-time high, and it might screw up. This whole thing might slide off.
Listen,
I hate it here.
okay, girl, tell me about it. Like, I've been
Every
hated
day.
it here. Like, what is
yeah,
it?
it's a
Ghetto.
it's a
I'm
mess.
So
It's a
ghetto.
mess.
Well, that was in case you were busy or you just don't know what the hell is going on. Lady Guru show news for you.
All right, everybody. You know, it's crazy out here, but it's been a good show.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's been a good show. For everybody out there, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hey, Gurus, did you hear that?
I did.
You did? I thought it was somebody. Oh, that okay.
Oh my goodness. Did y'all hear that? It's you.
All right, everybody. This is the Lady Guru Show, and we are out of here.
Where my girls at?
All right.
Bye.
Later, y'all.
Where my